Hello, my dear children. This is your English ma'am speaking. Happy to come upon with an interesting grammar topics today. Come on, let's be back to the class now. In this worksheet, you are going to know how words are arranged in dictionary and in what way are you going to search a word in dictionaries matter. I hope this worksheet will help you to refer a dictionary. Look at this page from a dictionary. Do you see that the words are arranged in alphabetical order? Yes, exactly. All the words in this page are started with the same letter D. In this case, we have to check the second letter of the words. When the second letter of the words are also same, you go for the third letter. There you find a difference. There you find the alphabetical order. According to the alphabetical order, you arrange the word. For example, here from these two words, devote, due, both the words are started and both the second letter are also same. Starting letter, beginning letter is D, D. Second letter is also E, same. So, third letter. Alphabetical order, according to the alphabetical order we have to arrange. So according to the alphabetical order V will be coming first and W will be next. So in that case the words are arranged. This is all about arrangements in the dictionary. When you refer a word in this way, you have to refer a dictionary. Likewise, here also two words, diagram and a dial. Both the words are started with D. Both the words second letter is also same I. Both the words third letter is also same A. Here is a tactus. The fourth letter of the words are different. In this case, you have to have a look according to the alphabetical order. What will be coming first? G or L? G will be coming first, L will be later. So in this way we can arrange these words. Once again I just warm up how the words are arranged. All the words on this page beginning with the same letter D. So the second and the third letter, also fourth letters have been used them to arrange a word in a right order. I hope now you are able to know how to search a word in dictionary. Really, the worksheet helped us a lot. Now you are going to arrange these words according to the alphabetical order. You just have a look whether we have a beginning word, because in alphabet A is a first letter. Do you have A beginning word anywhere? No. Do you have B beginning word? No. Do you have C beginning word? Yes, exactly we have here. So cling is a word which is first. So you put number 1 beside the letter, beside the word cling. When you go for next word, you just cross check it once again whether you have one more C beginning word. No. Then you go for D beginning word. Yes, we have D beginning word. So this is the second word. Alphabet order, second word is dirty. When you go for next word, you check it once again whether we have D beginning word once again. No. Then you go for E. Yes, we have only one E beginning word. So you directly put number 3 here. We don't have one more E beginning word. So straight away we go from E to the next alphabet. Next alphabet is F. So fling. So this is number 4. We don't have one more F beginning word. So straight away we go from this word to the next alphabet, which is G. Grew. We don't have one more G beginning word. So straight away we go from this word to this word, hillside. After G, H is here. We don't have one more H beginning word is here. So we go for next alphabet. What is the next alphabet? I. Do we have I beginning word? No. Do we have J beginning word? No. Do we have K beginning word? No. Do we have L beginning word? Yes, but here is our tactus. What else? We have two L beginning words. There you have to have a look at the second place of both the words. Both the words, second place is also same. Then you go for third place. Here the third letter of both the words are different. In this case, according to the alphabetical order, you arrange them properly. So N or Z, what will be coming first, N or Z? N. Z will be last. So here you prefer this word first. So language is a seventh place. Order, there you have to write a number in the box beside the word language, and lazy is 8. Now we missed some alphabets. We don't have some alphabets here. Then you go for next. Okay, so after L we have S here. We have only one S beginning word, which is square, so you write number 9 here. We don't have one more S beginning word, but we have next after S, which is T. So here trusted is the last word. In this way we have arranged the alphabets. When you have same beginning word, you check the next letter. If the next letter is also same, you go for next letter. In this way, alphabetical order, the words are arranged in dictionary. When you refer a dictionary, you refer it in this way. This is all about we learned from this worksheet. We done a good job. We check our answers once again. Our answers are cling, dirty, ice, fling, grew, hillside, language, lazy, square, trusted. You cross check it, the alphabets arrangements once again, and then you make clear. Now we are going to refer a dictionary. Take dictionary and do this worksheet. Look up the meanings of these words in a dictionary, then make sentences with own words. Here are some words. Each word contains with the 2 blanks. You are going to fill them with the right things. First word is blow. The first blank you use it for writing a meaning of the given word. The second blank you use for writing a sentence by using the given word. For example, there is a word blow. What is mean by blow? To produce an air. In this way you have to write. You write meaning of the word in the first blank, then you use the word in your own sentence. Meaning of the word blow is to produce an air. What is mean by blow? To produce an air. How do you use this word in your own sentence? Very simple. Blow the candle. Did you use this word in your sentence? Come up like this. Likewise, you do the rest. The rest, next word is porcupine. What does it mean, porcupine? An animal with a covering stiff hairs like needles. This is porcupine. Now we wrote a meaning. We used the first blank for writing meaning of the given word. The next blank you use for writing your own sentence. Very simple. Make it simple and frame a sentence using a given word. I saw a porcupine in the field. A porcupine is eating the crop. Likewise, you use it. Likewise, you go for the next words, manners and grown. Grow, grew, grown. So this is what? This word grown, that has to be used as verb. The plant has grown 5 inches feet. Likewise, you write. I hope these words are also familiar to you. Rustle, note, roosted. Where we saw in the lesson 1, Mowgli grows up. So the words are very familiar to you to make sentences and write a meaning of the words. Now we are going to have a look on collective noun. What is mean by collective noun? Collective nouns are words for single things that are made up of more than one person, place, animal, thing. Only one thing will be considered, that is collective noun. When a group of noun is considered as a single thing, that is collective noun. Words like a staff. Here the word staff, it is already in plural form, but we also use in singular form also. We never use staffs because staffs, that plural form is wrong. That is incorrect. So you write it. Staff is a singular form. Staff is also a plural form. Both the numbers are right. Staff and staff. Staffs, we never ever use it because staffs, there is no word like plural form staffs. A group of teachers are called staff, not staffs. Do you remember? Do you understand what I am telling? A group of teachers are called staff, not staffs. A group of people are called crowd. A group of monkeys are called chatter. A group of chocolates, a bunch of chocolates are called an ample of chocolates. What do you see from this picture? A group of children are running, a group of children are playing, a group of children are enjoying in the park. They are spending time in the park. They are playing. Likewise, a group of children. So here we are telling about a group of people in one word, children. This is all about collective noun, a group of children. Now we are going to apply what we learn from collective noun. Nouns that refer a group of collection of people, things, animal are called collective nouns. Here are the answers at the end of all the sentences in the bracket, which is scramble. Now you just unscramble the words and write them in the correct order. For example, a dash of elephants. When the elephants are in a group, what is mean by a group of elephants? Herd. When the puppies are group, what do you write? A litter of puppies. When the lilies are in a bunch, group, what do you write? A bouquet of flowers. When the bees are in a group, a swarm of bees. When a fish are in a group, a school of fish or a shoal of fish. Let's check our answers once again. A herd of elephants. A litter of puppies. A bouquet of lilies. A swarm of bees. A school of fish. For a better understanding, let us have one more worksheet here. Let us apply our understanding here. Fill in the blanks with the suitable words from the box. Here are the words in correct order. We are just fix them in the right place by understanding the meaning. An dash of ants lived under the log. A group of ants called an army. The police are looking for a dash of thieves. A group of thieves are called a gang of thieves. This is the word gang that has to be used only for thieves, robbers, smugglers. That word never ever used for a common people like our gang. That has not been used, because the word gang that has to be used only for notorious people, not for a common people. For common people we can use team, group. Can you get me, my dear children? The police are looking for a gang of thieves. A dash of geese blocked the highway. A gaggle of geese blocked the highway. Our football team won the game. There are 52 cards in a deck. The children decided to get rid of the pile of rubbish outside their neighborhood. Let's check our answers once again. An army of ants lived under the log. The police are looking for a gang of thieves. A gaggle of geese blocked this highway. Our football team won the game. There are 52 cards in a deck. The children decided to get rid of the pile of rubbish outside their neighborhood. Find some collective nouns in the word grid. Just wrap your mind and find your answers, find your collective nouns in the word grid. I hope you will be find a very first word in the very first box, army, an army of ants. The next word is, I hope the arrow will help you, flock, F-L-O-C-K, flock. The next collective noun here is audience, A-U-D-I-E-N-C, audience. The next collective noun here is hive, H-I-V-E, hive. The next collective noun here is fleet, F-L-E-E-T, fleet. The next collective noun here is tribe, T-R-I-B-E, tribe. The next collective noun here is pride, P-R-I-D-E, pride. The next collective noun here is letters, L-I-T-T-E-R-S. I hope you also found along with me the collective nouns in the word grid. Shall we check our answers once again? Collective nouns we found in the word grid: army, flock, audience, hive, fleet, tribe, pride, litters. Now we are going to learn collective. We just learned collective noun. We are going to have a look at concrete and abstract nouns. Here is the difference between concrete and abstract is all the five senses can be experienced in concrete noun, like a touch, taste, sight, smell and hear. These can be worked out in concrete noun. For example, we can see a boy. We can talk with him. When the boy is talking, we can hear him. For example, kitten. We see kitten, we play with them, we touch the kitten. So our senses are working out. So this is all about concrete noun. When we go for abstract noun, all the five senses cannot be worked, but we can only feel emotions. Those are abstract noun. Can you see fear? No. Can you see anger? No. Can you see hungry? No, but we can only feel it. These are all the things which can be from our heart. So those are emotions. That is called abstract nouns. So nouns that denote an idea, quality, state rather than a concrete object are called abstract nouns. And a word can play any part of speech according to its right place. For example, walking is good for health. Here the word walking is played as a noun form of a word. I am walking. Here this walking word is played verb form of the word. For example, if I bought a new watch, I show that watch to my friends and say, this is my new watch. Here this watch is played as noun form, name of the thing. I watch Hindi movies. Here this watch is meant verb form of a word. This is all about a function of a word. Abstract noun is the kind of noun that deals with the ideas, state and emotions, feelings. A noun is considered abstract if it cannot be seen, heard. We cannot see, we cannot hear, we cannot touch, we cannot taste, we cannot smell. We can only feel in the heart. That is abstract noun. Waste is both. A word can be used in both the forms, adjective and verb. When we use this word waste in abstract noun, that formation is wastage. Here is a blank. You just fill them with the right abstract noun. We should always avoid a dash of food in parties. Here this word waste is a verb form. How do you use this here as abstract noun? We should always avoid wastage of food in parties. The bus full of people on a dash narrowly avoided the gorge. So here is a word pilgrim, noun. How do you use as an abstract noun? Pilgrimage. The bus full of people on a pilgrimage, narrowly avoided the gorge. The dash of my mother's love helps me when I am away from home. Here is a word warm. How do you use an abstract noun? The warmth. The warmth of my mother's love helps me when I am away from home. Here is a sentence. The successful is an answer in the bracket. Successful. How do you use this word? Successful, adjective to abstract noun. The success event was planned by the students themselves. Success. Das is a good trait in learners. Curious is a word. It's here. Adjective word here. How do you use this as an abstract noun? Curiosity is a good trait in learners. Shall we check our answers here? We should always avoid wastage of food in parties. The bus full of people on a pilgrimage narrowly avoided the gorge. The warmth of my mother's love helps me when I am away from home. The success event was planned by the students themselves. Curiosity is a good trait in learners. I hope you all have enjoyed this session. Thank you all. Have a great days ahead.